I did a video on Diddy already. Oh man, I did about a 30-minute video on Diddy. And once I uploaded it, it kind of just it made me uncomfortable because I feel like I was giving time, energy, and effort to somebody that I feel like doesn't align with the characteristics, the values, mentality, and morality that I align with, that I would like to represent, that I want my son to represent, that I want my father to represent, the type of man I would want my daughter to be with, that I want my mother to be with. You get what I'm saying? So I deleted the video because I mean, there's been enough said about him. There's been enough spoken on. There's been enough revealed. There's been enough exposed. But someone recently asked me, like, you said anything about it? You spoke on it on your channel? This, that, and the third. And I was like, nah, but I think I know what I could say. You get what I'm saying? I like to bring different, interesting, or unique perspectives when it comes to this channel. There's no point in me saying what a thousand other YouTubers, a thousand other channels, a thousand other individuals have already expressed. I feel like it's pointless. So I like my content to be a unique perspective and a unique point of conversation and discussion where we could talk about some of the things that maybe other channels don't talk about or maybe other communities don't discuss. Now, first and foremost, I got some notes written down. I don't want to get too off topic. And I got a video pulled up that I want to touch on that kind of corresponds with some of the things I speak about in this video. First and foremost, this is going to be speaking more towards the people who are defending Diddy. This isn't going to be about too much of the Diddy documentary, too much about what's been spoken on for the past decade, what's been revealed throughout the last 2 decades, what he's been into, things he's been a part of, the manipulation, the allegations of fucking over his artists, all of that. We're not talking about none of that for real. We already know what's been established when it comes to the character, the morality, the values, and the person that Sean Combs is outside of the brand that he chooses to represent himself as. For starters, let's make this foundationally clear. We have all been convicted of doing wrong to some degree. I am not the bearer of judgment, and this is not a condemnation. We have all been convicted in our heart or by others of doing something that would genuinely or generally be considered as wrong. But it is a completely different reality from a consistent 2 decades of dark, deceitful, crushing, and hurtful experiences described by those who have shared close and been close to him and associated with Diddy as a person and as a character when it comes to the experiences that they share with him and the business practices that they may share with him. That is a far different reality. And I'm going to say it one more time to make it extremely clear. We have all been convicted of some sort of wrongdoing, whether by others or even by ourselves. But that is a completely different reality than the 2 consistent decades of dark, deceitful, and hurtful experiences described by those who have been close to and associated with Diddy as a person and as a character. Point blank, period. That's the main thing when it comes to what I am speaking about and why I wanted to do this video. Because with that being said, those who are choosing to defend Diddy, to me, there is a line in the sand drawn and you chose what side you're on. You tell me anyone who is at the age hey, this is an open discussion too. If you share how you feel in the comments, talk to me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to be doing a battle of disrespect. I don't engage in that. But I love dialogue. I love intellectual, and introspective conversations that allow me to expand the horizon and the limitations of my mind, mentality, my own thoughts, the realm of my internal thinking and values. You get what I'm saying? I'm a very expansive person. I'm always looking to expand, whether it be intellectually, in terms of the things that I may practice to grow. You get what I'm saying? In terms of my habits, my patterns. You get what I'm saying? In any way. I'm big, big, big on evolution and expansion. Now, how often, this is for, I got this is a question for anyone over the age of 27, 27 and up. How often can you recall hearing righteous or uplifting experiences described by those close to Diddy or have experiences with him? Not just regarding handing someone a check to take advantage of them or buying them some items with transactional intentions. That is a genuine question that when I posed to myself, I was talking about this on stream earlier, touched on it. When I think about that genuinely, like when I genuinely think about that, I cannot think of one single time where one single person has talked about a righteous, even just good or uplifting experience that comes from being involved with Sean Combs, bro. Like, I can't, that's mind blowing. That's why I said 27 and older, because under the age of 27, I feel like your knowledge of Diddy's lineage may be very limited, because I mean, he's been doing this since what, he started working at Uptown, what, 91. So I mean, under the age of 27, it ain't like you're gonna know that damn much unless you're really into hip-hop, unless you're really into that side of the culture. Other than that, you're probably just not gonna know that much other than what people have told you, what you may have heard from your parents or older people around you. So that's why I say 27 and older. But that's a question that if you got any experiences you want to share, let me know in the comments. But that's something I really asked myself, and I was like, damn, I can't think of one that goddamn nobody got nothing good to say. Shit. That's crazy. I can't think of one time one person said like, yo, Diddy, like, he ain't have to do this, but you feel me? Just his character, I had this experience with him, and it was a good experience. It uplifted me, it motivated me, this, that, and the third. And again, I'm not talking about buying anybody items with transactional intentions or handing someone money. Like, we all can do that. You can be the most deceitful, hurtful, just crushing, trauma disturbing killer. You could be the worst nigga ever and hand someone some money. So that's not what I'm talking about. Again, anyone over the age of 27, how often can you recall hearing something righteous or uplifting that someone can describe when it comes to their experiences with Diddy or with Sean Combs? I like to say Sean Combs because Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, all that shit, that's the brand that he established and chose to represent himself as. That is not the human born under the soul born under the name Sean Combs. Simply good character is what I'm talking about here. Again, we have all been convicted either by ourselves or by someone around us, by someone else, by someone we may have experiences with, of doing something wrong. Each and every one of us. If all or even some of us, half of our wrongdoings were projected to the world, we will be looked at as assholes probably. We will be looked at as deceitful. We will be looked at as liars. We will be looked at as thieves. We will be looked at as with shame, whether within ourselves or whether we convicted by others. If our wrongdoings were projected to the world, that would be the case for so many of us. But that is different from an entire lifetime of doing that to people. That is a far different reality when that is who you are, not actions that you have experiences. That you have chose to do, or experiences that you have, or falls or tribulations. That's not that. That's not a 1 off, 2 off, even 3 off. That's not a choice that was made. That's not an isolated experience. That is who you are. A simple example. Would you consider someone who killed someone in self-defense a murderer versus a person who is hired to carry out that deed? Think about it. They both are murder. Simply by law, they both are murder. When someone kills someone else, That is legally what a murder is. Simple, point blank. The reason, that's when it becomes circumstantial, and whether we put it under the category of self-defense or premeditated. They even have other let's just say circumstantial pretenses that they judge murder under. That's why some murders get this amount of time, some murders get this amount of times. The evidence has to prove that. So again, would you consider both these people carried out a murder? Both these people were the doing and undoing of someone else's life. Would you consider both of them murderers, or would you say, hey, this person was a victim of circumstance and they had to defend themselves, their family, and their temple, their household, the people they love, etc., etc., etc. And this person is intentionally choosing to take money and be contracted to take the lives of someone that he has no dealing with, no connection with, don't know from a can of paint, has no reason to be even acting in a negative manner towards that person, let alone trying to kill them for money. Just think about that. Now, though, again, I am not the bearer of judgment in this situation, but with that in mind, what exactly are people defending when they defend someone of Diddy's character? That's the question I'm posing here. That's what this whole video is about. When people are choosing to defend Diddy, what exactly are they defending? Is it an internal projection or projection of actions and characteristics that align with who they are, so they feel attacked also? They feel in trouble. They feel shamed by what it is that Diddy has been exposed for doing. Think about it. Do they got something to hide? Whether it's a celebrity or just somebody randomly on TikTok. Oh, don't bring the black man down. He's already in jail. Nigga, if a black man come and spit on your baby, you not saying that. So stop that shit. That is very circumstantial, bro. Niggas be preaching that, don't bring the black man down, the black man. But if a black nigga step on your brand new all white Air Force One Nikes, you gonna be ready to smack that nigga down. Stop lying, bro. There's not gonna be no black power shit. That shit going out the window when your G-Fazos get stepped on. You gonna be mad as hell. You all them principles and morality and standards going straight out the window for them fucking Nikes, bro. So stop it. Like, I don't get that one. That's just semantics. I don't know who you're trying to cater to. I don't know who you're trying to pander to. I don't know who it is you want to send you donations, but take that shit somewhere else, bro. That shit is a regressive mindset that leads niggas nowhere but chasing their tail. It's a dog chasing his tail. You look up and realize you ain't went no fucking where. That's it. Again, I am not the bearer of judgment, but with everything I said in mind, what exactly are people defending when they defend someone like Diddy, Sean Combs? Is it an internal projection or a projection of actions and characteristics that align with who they are? We have to realize there are people who are intentionally hurtful. There are people who are intentionally mean. There are people who intentionally take advantage of motherfuckers. I like to say low-key, Diddy remind me of the type of person, he is still like, let's say he's a cashier and there's a blind person who gives them like extra money and they got like hella extra change. That be happening at work all the time. Like, not even blind people, they just give me a whole extra $60. I'm like, nigga, this is way too much money here. It's only $40. You give me $300. Like, he the type, he's gonna pocket that extra money from the blind person and blame them for being blind. You should have never been. He the type, he gonna steal from the blind and blame them for being blind to why they got stolen from him. He that type of nigga, bro. I put it like, bro, I'm dead ass. That's the type of nigga he remind me of. Like, why you steal from that blind person? Shit, they should have never been blind. Dog eat dog. They gonna blame it on dog eat dog world. That's why you can't be a good person, because it's a dog eat dog world. That don't make sense to me. Like, nigga, you just greedy. You just wanted extra money, and you seen it an opportunity to take advantage of somebody, and you took it. That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing else to it, and that's okay. But when I draw that line in the sand, and I say I don't align with that, That's not what I represent. That's not who I want my son to be. That's not what I want my son to follow. That's not who I want my daughter to date. You can't be mad. You can't be. So instead of analyzing the name and the brand that people have become attached to through the music, the clothes, the culture, the vanity, the art, the illusion, instead of being attached to the connection you've created with that, really analyze why and who is defending Diddy and a man of that morality, character, actions, and representations. That's my bottom line. That's what stands out to me. And that's where I draw the line in the sand, me personally. I don't care. Like, that's just really how I feel, bro. This is a matter beyond comment trolls and buzzwords to get comment likes and whatever fucking another phrase TikTok come up with. Like, this is beyond that, bro. This is a matter of, if that's what you represent, you on that side of the line. I don't want nothing to do with that. We can just share the world peacefully, coexist peacefully, but I don't align with nothing. I don't stand for nothing, and I don't want to look like, represent, be like nothing it is that you stand in light and in alignment with. Point blank, period. That's just what it is. And that is what I mean. No. And if that is what you stand for, by all means, whatever it takes, bad boy, take that, get it how you live, dog eat dog. If that's what you represent, if that's what you stand for, then you're probably the type of person that'll defend Diddy. You're probably the type of person that will steal from the blind and say, hey, they should have never been blind. You know what I mean? Like, if that's what it is, that's what it is. But that line in the sand has been drawn for me. And foundationally, that's not what I would want to represent. That's not what I want my son to be. That's not who I would want my father to be. Decades of weaponizing the dreams of artists who don't know the logistics of business, a business at that in its infant stages, speaking in terms of hip hop, is only 50 years old. We just had the 50th anniversary. So it was in its infant stages in terms of logistics and the analytics of the actual business, using specific tactics of manipulation to keep everyone just close enough to harness, use, and take advantage of the energy, the aura, and the creation of theirs that the world has come to love, just keeping them just close enough, but to use, but not to take care of. The type to, again, steal from the blind and blame their inability to see, using contractual litigations to line their pockets but drain the artist. Like, shall I continue? The countless, literally countless victims possibly being involved in the killing of one of the most loved artists of the last 50 years. Like, we've been hearing that. I've been hearing that since I was a child. Pac killed Tupac. Pac killed Tupac. Even if it's literally a lie, why is your name involved in so much dark, disturbing ass shit? Like, we gotta start questioning that. It ain't just, oh, the black man gotta be taken down. No, that's not the case. It just can't be in this case. That can't be the case. I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that reason. Nah, sorry, I'm not taking that. Don't hit me with the Bill Cosby ABC trying to buy ABCE. Had to take him down. Don't hit me with none of that, bro. I'm good on all that. I'm good on that, bro. Keep that shit to yourself, please, this time around. But again, I'm gonna end this with, ask yourself, is that the type of person that you would want your son to be? Is that the type of person you would want your father to be? Is that the type of person you would want your daughter to date? Is that the type of person you would want your mother to date? And if so, I know what side of the line you stand on. Respectfully, we are not the same. And I'm not like you because you're not like us. Point blank, period. We are not the same. And that's where I stand. And I got a quote and a small clip I want to play from Gene Deal. Regardless if you like him, hate him, neutral, indifferent, think he lying, think he telling the truth, no matter what you think, it's documented that he has known the person Sean Combs and been around during the making of the brand P. Diddy, from the Uptown days to the early 2000s. He was there. That's not my opinion. I don't care how you feel about it. He has said something that stood out to me, and it always plays in the back of my head, almost in this very tragic, profound way. Diddy mentioned at the height of the Tupac, Biggie, Death Row, East-West Coast war, whatever you want to call it, Diddy specifically said, I don't care if Biggie gotta die. I don't care if Pac gotta die. I don't care if Suge gotta go to jail. Something gotta change or something gotta give. You know, obviously I wasn't there, so I don't know the exact what he said, but something along those lines. I'm gonna end this video with that. We're gonna watch this clip. And again, this is an open discussion. I'm not the bearer of judgment. I'm not like it is what it is. Like I'm not. It is what it is. Like I'm not the. I don't know. I'm not the fucking juror. I'm not the bearer of judgment. I'm not God. This is just what I think about when I see people going balls to the wall to defend Sean Combs. These are the things that I think about. These are the things that I question, and these are the lines that I draw. Let's look at the clip. Yo, I muted the wrong audio. We gonna play this shit back. I had the wrong audio muted. I'll edit it out. Come on, bro. That's crazy. All right. This is what I'm talking about. I had the screen audio muted. This is what I'm talking about.
Just told him he took a left. And then Puff came back downstairs. He was heated. He said, yo, Gene, I got 126 employees. And these people depend on me for their livelihoods. If these white folks thought or they would think that I had anything to do with any kind of gunplay, they wasn't going to fuck with me. And they not going to fuck with me. He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money. But something got to change. I don't give a fuck if Pac got to die, Big got to die, or Suge Knight go to jail. Something's got to change. And he took upstairs. He turned around and walked back upstairs. And it didn't dawn on me.
We're going to play that back one more time.
I'm a businessman. I'm about making money. But something got to change. I don't give a fuck if Pac got to die, Big got to die, or Suge Knight go to jail. Something's got to change. And he took upstairs. He turned around and walked back upstairs. And it didn't dawn on me what he said. And then my man looked at me and Bun was like, yo, that nigga said Big.
Now, with everything we discussed, with that specific quote, that's something that's always stuck out to me. Like, I don't know what about it. And again, I want to make it clear. I'm not saying Diddy had anything to do with Pac dying, Biggie dying, or Suge going to jail. But for him to make that type of profound statement, to say something got to change, I don't care if Pac got to die, Biggie got to die, and Suge got to go to jail. Like, this nigga got some fucking disturbing ass, demonic ass 8-ball. Like, you can just see the fucking future, exactly how that shit played out, like to the T. This nigga got some wicked spirits that he play with, bro. Man, that shit just not it to me. But that's my opinion on the whole Diddy Doc defending, did he do it, did he didn't do it debacle. Just wanted to give my little 2 cents on this specific aspect of it. Not really the whole documentary or all of the allegations or the decades of experiences and actions that people have revealed. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking specifically about those who choose to defend that man, not Gene Diddy. Because I'm pointing at Gene. I'll leave a link to this clip as I always do. And as I always like to end these videos with giving salute, giving props, giving appreciation to each and every one of y'all for rocking with me, whether it's for a couple minutes, whether you in and out, whether you hate hearing my voice, whether you love the video. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Time, energy, attention is a non-renewable resource. So I just appreciate y'all for spending any amount of time, any moment with me, whether you like, hate it, neutral, love it. It don't matter. You get what I'm saying? I truly appreciate it. So we're gonna keep this thing going. Like I said, got some new equipment, got some more equipment coming. Hope the camera looking a little better. You good? Hope we looking a little smoother. You hear me? We looking a little crispier. You feel me? We're gonna keep this thing moving, man. Y'all take care of yourselves.